But the more you get these things down, then the easier your life will be. Make your flashcards now. I'm going to set a due date later on, but you should start getting yourself some index cards. Write the rules out with an example problem. And just when you're sitting on the bus and sitting on the train, just practice them. Quotient rule problem. Yeah, I mean, just what is the quotient rule? You know what I'm saying? It's just u prime v minus uv prime all over v squared. You know what I'm saying? And just know that. The sooner you do that, the easier your life is going to be. Does that make sense? So do it. All right, I'm going to flip this. So here's a couple more. Check these out. And wherever you're at, so you guys, now's the time you need to start putting in those hours before and after school. You need to. There's no way around it. Let me know you want me to flip it. Over here. Where's the other? Not from yesterday. It's still tomorrow. The test, yeah. I didn't know about that. Test was in there. You guys all good? Want to flip it? See, like half people staring, half people checking. What's happening here? Just write the answer down because you should be doing every single problem. It's assigned for a reason. You should be able to do every single problem correctly. If not, find out what went wrong. You shouldn't be sitting there arms folded right now. You guys ready to flip it? In that 33, if everything's a constant, you treat it as a constant. Both sides, you take the derivative in terms of time on both sides. This becomes change in position over change in time, which is what? Velocity. This is your change in position over change in time. And this is the change in this function over time. So t acts as the x now. You see how that works? You're finding the change in this function according to time. So the t is acting like the x. Same rules apply. If you want to take the derivative of this, this is either s double prime or d squared s over dt squared. The derivative of this, again, t according to t is just going to be just following it like an x. This is position, velocity, acceleration. You're finding the change in position for that second derivative. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay? Let's take some time. Take a look at your test. Look through what you missed. Our test on 3.1 to 3.4 is going to be next Thursday. Anything from Chapter 1 derivative worksheet, what you guys are working on over the weekend, will you guys cross out number 12? There's a couple, we didn't deal with any, it's from a different book, we didn't deal with any exponential functions yet. So just cross out number 12. Everything else is just power rule, product rule, and quotient rule. Find the instantaneous rate of change. A A lot of people would wind up something like either 4 plus 2h, or what was it on the other version?
It was 3h plus 12.
Okay, so you did all this hard work, you did all of this algebra, and you wind up with something like this. Now, if you didn't have the limit as h approaches 0 on each step, in the future I am going to mark it wrong, just so you guys know. Because if you didn't, a lot of people didn't know what to do when they got to this point. They either said the slope is this number, because it's like a line with the h, which I can see that. I totally understand you because this is like a line itself. Or for the h value, you'd plug in the x value that you wanted. I saw that a lot too. But if you have the limit notation, you'll remember what you're doing. If you have this right next to it, again, what we're doing, we're taking 2 points really, really close to one another. Really close. So close that the h almost goes towards 0. So that when you get to something like this, what's your final step? You had the whole thing correct, all the hard work. But it's the conceptual understanding of what you're doing that you missed. What's your next step here? Yeah, plug in 0 for h. Does that make sense? Because you want h to approach 0. Change in y over change in x when that h approaches 0. This is going to be 4. This is going to be 12. Does that make sense, you guys? So some people did all this hard algebra all the way through, then you got to here, and you lost track. Also, stop doing the b's. I don't know who it is in here, but you know who you are. Y equals mx plus b. Use point slope. Okay? Try these three. So, do quotient rule with this. You guys, this is the same as 1 over 4x to the 4, right? This is the same as this?
Yeah.
Yes? Guys, look up here.
Yes.
Is this the same as this? It is. Or, is this the same as this?
Yes.
Yes. And what rule can you use in this case? Power. Just the power rule. Because that's just a constant. So take the negative 4, multiply it here, and then subtract 1. Either way will get you the final answer. But in this case, probably the power rule will probably get it to you a lot faster than quotient in either of the cases. Okay?